The resurgent Rangers have turned the tide at home. Texas capped off the homestand with a sweep of Baltimore to get back to 500 at Globe Life Park. Colby Lewis has been the rock of Jeff Bannister's Rangers at home and away. Tonight, the savvy veteran goes for a career-best 15th win against the San Diego Padres. Your Rangers look to wrap up a very successful August with their 19th win of the month. Coming up next on Fox Sports Southwest. Texas Rangers baseball is presented by AT&T UVerse TV. Now welcome to San Diego. Petco Park is the spot where the Rangers will begin a 10-game Western swing. Tonight, the first of 3 against the San Diego Padres. And welcome in, everyone, along with Tom Greaves, Steve Busby. Glad you could join us for this Rangers game tonight against the Padres. Rangers are hot. They've won 4 in a row. They're playing extremely good baseball, and they look to keep things going here on the road. And, Tom, they've got their veteran Colby Lewis on the hill tonight.
You know, Buzz, there's been a lot of guys in the Ranger rotation this year. Some have come, some have gone. But the one guy that's been there, along with Giovanni Gallardo from day one, is probably the most consistent Ranger starter, and that's Colby Lewis. He's got a shot at his career-high 15th win in the ball game tonight. He's been solid all season long. You love to see him in an important game, starting a tough road trip, longest road trip of the year. The Rangers go to their veteran, and you can pretty much bet he'll be at the top of his game tonight. I would anyway.
Yeah, Colby going for a career high, and this is only the last day of August, so he's got tonight and the rest of the month of September to go here this evening. So we get the Padres hosting the Rangers tonight. Will Venable back where he played his entire career before joining the Rangers. Starting lineups coming up for you with more of our pregame show right after this. You buy your Texas Ford dealers. Best deals are happening now only at your Texas Ford dealer. Ford is the best in Texas. Buy AT&T UVerse TV. UVerse has more live TV channels on the go than cable. and by Southwest Airlines. Book your low fare now at southwest.com. Some scenes from the coast out here, Southern California. Beautiful day today. Clouds have kind of rolled back in just a little bit. But folks still enjoying the great climate out here in the San Diego area. Before we get things started tonight, let's head down to the field and check in with John Radigan.
Yeah, Buzz, tomorrow the Rangers and everybody else in Major League Baseball expands the rosters. But for the last 4 or 5 days, the Rangers have been playing a man down. No Rougned Odor. He had that fingernail ripped off his finger, but he's back. They're not a man down. Rougned is healthy enough to play tonight.
For hitting, I think it's no problem. But I think for throwing, yeah, because, you know, it's this finger, so I have to throw with this finger. But I just try to put something, some tape or something, and let's see how I feel tonight.
He says he's playing through pain. There's no doubt about that. And he does have the finger taped up. He's tried throwing without the tape and with it. He'll throw with the tape. It will be a challenge, though, to keep the ball in control. That's one of the things we'll be watching throughout the course of the night. When we come back to Petco Park in San Diego, it's time to get to the lineups in the first pitch. It's game one between the Padres and the Rangers. We've got all that when we come back to San Diego on Fox Sports Southwest.
Beautiful venue for the San Diego Padres. And earlier tonight, some of the celebrities out here. Bill Walton, basketball Hall of Famer, throwing out the first pitch. And the big tall right-hander, well, a little bit unsteady, and he is all set to go. You know, you get up on top of that hill and a lot of things change. Pretty good-looking form there for the big guy at about 6'11" or so.
He's had a lot of back problems, too.
Really
you can almost feel the pain that he had when he threw that ball.
Bill Walton throwing out the first pitch for tonight's ball game. And the Padres now have taken the field. And Tom's going to tell you about the Southwest Airlines Texas Rangers lineup.
For the Rangers, Delino DeShields will lead off. He's hit .435 in his last 6 ball games. Shin-Soo Choo will bat second, followed by Prince Fielder. Adrian Beltre is fourth. In his last 8 games, he's hit .429. Rougned Odor back in the lineup will bat fifth, followed by Elvis Andrus. Will Venable is in left field. He'll hit seventh. Bobby Wilson is the catcher. And Colby Lewis is the pitcher. Colby, by the way, a .280 career hitter. He's had hits in 4 straight ball games that he's had bats has had at bats for a pitcher. So he can swing the bat a little bit. And he'll get a chance tonight.
Yeah, that's Jeff Bannister's lineup facing the sinker balling right-hander Tyson Ross. And don't let that sinker fool you. It's a power sinker. He is very much a strikeout pitcher. His 169 strikeouts would tell you in just 158 innings. But Tyson Ross just 9-9, but boy, he has tuned up some good games against the Rangers. Beat the Rangers in July back at Globe Life Park in Arlington. Tyson Ross, the 28-year-old out of Northern California, went to University of California, Berkeley. Taken out of there by the Oakland Athletics and came up with Oakland originally in 2010. Spent parts of 3 years in Oakland and came down to San Diego. And he has established himself as one of the premier right-handers in the National League. Padre defense tonight have Justin Upton getting the start in left, Jankowski in center, and Matt Kemp in right. 9 assists. That's second among National League outfielders for Matt Kemp. Alonso at first. Spangenberg and Jerko up the middle. Neves Solarte at third. And Austin Hedges is catching tonight for Tyson Ross. So ready to get underway. First of 10 games on this road trip for the Rangers. And Delino DeShields takes strike one. Delino at 267 overall. He has a couple of home runs, 28 driven in. 1 ball and 1 strike. Rangers come in 3 games behind the Houston Astros. Rangers picked up a full game on Houston yesterday, and the Rangers have picked up a couple of games in the last 7 days. There's that pretty good slider or cut fastball, whichever way you want to term it. And it's 1-2 now to Delino. Rangers at 68 and 61. 7 games over 500 for the first time this year. And DeShields down swinging as Tyson Ross starts things off with a strikeout.
Yeah, this guy is definitely no day at the beach to hit against. He's got the hard sinker, low to mid-90s, strikeout slider that you saw right there. And he's got some very interesting peripheral stats. No one in the league gets more ground balls than he does, except Brett Anderson of the Dodgers. Hardly ever gives up a home run. And he will strike out about a batter per inning almost.
Shin-Soo Choo taking strike one. Yeah, as a matter of fact, Ross went 100 innings earlier this year without giving up a home run. That's a long time.
It sure is.
Nothing in 2 to Choo.
You can see that's got to be a strikeout pitch. Generally, a sinker is not a strikeout pitch. It might be a little bit for him, but that slider is definitely a strikeout pitch.
Choo at 248 with 16 home runs. And Ross pushes him back off the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Choo is driven in 59, so both those figures third on the ball club behind Mitch Moreland and Prince Fielder. Mitch, by the way, not in the starting lineup. As you noted, the National League rules in effect with the pitcher hitting. So Mitch on the bench for this first game. 2-2 to Choo. San Diego won 2 of the 3 that the ball clubs played in July back in Arlington. And a little chopper foul that Hector Ortiz makes a new friend in the 4th row back there. Tyson Ross had one of those victories, and matter of fact, you go back to 2010 when Ross was with the Oakland A's. He got his first major league win at the expense of the Rangers. Back to the plate. Fouled straight down. We'll try it again at 2-2. Rangers on the road this year at 36 and 29. That is the second most wins and second best road winning percentage of anybody in baseball. The Cardinals, the only team that is better than Jeff Bannister's ball club away from their home park. And another chopper foul. No, Choo having a good at bat against Tyson Ross.
Ross doesn't have impeccable control. He will walk a few guys. I think if you're a Ranger hitter, you're not going to look forward to batting against him. So maybe if he can walk a few and get his pitch count up there, he can get someone else in there.
Oh, that one through the back door looked like that cut fastball, and Choo caught looking. 2 up, 2 strikeouts, 2 away.
Well, he has enough velocity that if he throws you that breaking ball in and then goes away like he did with pitch number 8, that's a tough combination. A hard breaking ball in and Fastball away.
Oh, 2 gone, and Prince Fielder steps to the plate. Fielder, no stranger to facing Tyson Ross. Prince just 0 for 3 against him in previous matchups.
Oh, it's inside.
2-0 now. Fielder with a 2-hit day yesterday, his first multi-hit game in about 2 weeks. He is still second in the American League, trailing Ian Kinsler in that statistical category. Well hit right center field. Up the alley and deep. 1 hop to the wall. Fielder into second base with a booming 2-out double. Well, the Rangers love to see that big man get back on the hot side of things. He spent a month hitting around 240, but he has swung the bat well the last couple of days.
He gets a fastball and turns that low fastball around. And earlier in the year, Prince was one of the few Rangers that was hitting. And he carried the Rangers for a couple of weeks there all by himself. Recently, while he's had a little bit of a downturn, the rest of the guys have picked up the slack. Boy, what a shot in the arm if Prince gets hot for the last month of the season. That's exactly what he's going to be looking forward to doing. And maybe that hit right there will get him started on this road trip.
Well, Fielder at second with 2 outs. Here's Adrian Beltre, and he takes a strike on the inside corner. Beltre with the average as high as it's been all year at 273. 13 home runs, 45 RBI, and he has gotten hot in the last month and a half. Swinging the bat extremely well. He had 409 on the just completed homestand. Towering pop fly to right field. Coming on is Matt Kemp underneath it, makes the catch, and that will do it. Well, Fielder gets a 2-out double with the Rangers stranding. We played half an inning here in San Diego. Rangers nothing, Padres coming up.
Travis Solarte will lead off, followed by Yonder Alonso. Matt Kemp is batting third. He's tied for the most RBIs in the National League for the month with 24. Justin Upton will bat fourth. Jed Jerko, a 290 hitter with 20 RBIs in his last 28 games. Off to a slow start, getting hot now. Corey Spangenberg is batting sixth. The catcher, Austin Hedges, is batting seventh. Tyson Ross, the pitcher, will hit eighth today. He's a 244 hitter. He has a home run. And Travis Jankowski, in the big leagues, a relatively new center fielder for the Padres, came up from their minor league system. He'll bat ninth.
And that lineup facing Colby Lewis, the 36-year-old right-hander, a progressive scouting report. Good park for Colby to pitch in. A lot of space out there. And he's going to give Delino to Shields a little work to start things off as Solarte lines to Delino, 1 out. Go back to that progressive scouting report. It looks to improve on the command of the slider from last time out. He didn't really have a good feel for the slider against the Toronto Blue Jays, and it cost him. Of course, Toronto swinging the bats extremely well, and they scored 4 runs against Colby, but he didn't have the good slider to combat them after about the first 2 or 3 hitters. So he looks to have a little better command of that tonight. Yonder Alonso, hitting in the number 2 slot, takes high for ball 1. Alonso at 279, 5 home runs, and 30 RBI. Tapper right back to Colby. Easy play for the big guy. 2 gone. No 2 quick outs. Matt Kemp now will come up. Take a look at the Ranger defense. It's delivered to you tonight by Break Check. Now you saw Delino DeShields in center field. He is flanked by a fan favorite out here, Will Venable in left field, Shin-Soo Choo in right. Elvis Andrus, no errors in his last 17 ball games. Rougned Odor back in the lineup, teaming up with Elvis up the middle, Fielder and Beltre at the corners, and Bobby Wilson catching for Colby Lewis this evening. No 2 outs here in the first. Matt Kemp, a 265 hitter. Pops the first pitch foul. That will be back into the seats. 0-1. Kemp, one of the big offseason acquisitions by A.J. Preller. Preller really making a splash here in San Diego, adding Kemp and James Shields, Justin Upton. Fly ball pretty well hit to right field, but a lot of room out there. Delino DeShields behind Choo makes the call on the catch, and that'll do it. Couple of fly balls and a grounder. Colby's out of the first. Nothing going for the Padres. After 1, no score. Hashtag Southwest Data Strong Fan. And you just might see yourself in one of our upcoming broadcasts. All this made possible by the good folks at T-Mobile. We'll show you tonight's selection just a little bit later on in the ballgame. Right now we go to the top of the second inning. Rougned Odor, nice to see him back in the lineup after a 5-game absence. He is batting 5th and starting off the Rangers' second inning. 0-1. Boy, Odor, you heard John Radigan talk about really chomping at the bit to get back into that lineup. And unfortunately, the pain in that middle finger just wouldn't allow him to throw the ball. He could hit okay. He just couldn't make the throw from second base to first without excruciating pain. So that subsided enough where he can get back out there now with a reasonable expectation of limited pain. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, there's times where if you're going to be out for 5 days, you might almost welcome the rest if you're really struggling. But he went out of the lineup for 5 days, right in the middle of a hot streak. He couldn't have been swinging the bat any better than he was. That's when you hate to have to take time off.
Yeah, he brings in a 3-game hitting streak. Fouls that out of play. Gone 5 for 11. He also had home runs in 2 of the last 3 ball games he played in. The Rangers' leading hitter since the All-Star break, Rougned Odor, a .328 average in those 35 ball games. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ball, strike 3. Tyson Ross is sharp here in the early going.
It's that movement on his fastball. Tailing action from left to right, came right back and caught the inside corner.
Well, our Ford leaderboard tonight in the National League. You see the Cubs leading the way with 1,121 strikeouts. San Diego on that list is 3rd, and we mentioned the 4 starters with more than 130 strikeouts each. Those guys have rung up the K's in regularity, and of course their closer, Greg Kimbrell, has much better than a strikeout per inning in relief. Elvis, first ball swinging, pops it up to shallow center. Jeff Jerko makes the catch. That is out number 2. So Elvis out on 1 pitch. Bases empty. Will Venable, and he will get a nice round of applause here at Petco Park. Got to be gratifying walking to home plate. The only place that Venable had played professional baseball was with San Diego. And as a major leaguer, this was his home park for 8 years. He was the Padres' most valuable player back in 2013. And the fans here really have a love affair with Will Venable.
It's kind of like the ovation that David Murphy got when he came back to Texas for the first time.
Yeah, you're right. Tyson Ross misses high and away. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Venable, as a Ranger, hitting an even .300. Has 1 RBI. Hit .258 with the Padres before the trade to the Rangers. Had half a dozen home runs and 30 RBI. In fact, the Padres reconfigured Petco Park, moved in the fences. And one of the prime reasons behind that was they thought that Will Venable would have some more home runs, and it was true. It brought in right field all the way from that niche right there, all the way out to deepest right center field, some 12 feet. And Venable certainly did get a couple of extra home runs, 12 to be exact, is what they figured that the new dimensions gave him. It's fouled off. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Venable, as a Ranger, though, has reached safely, I should say, all 8 of his ball games, either by hit or a walk. Played some very good left field and made a couple of circus catches out there for the Rangers. 2-2 now. Well, a Padres selection in the 2007 draft. He was out of Princeton University. Check swing. Did he go? He did, yes. He appealed down to 3rd, and Gabe Morales made the call. Venable gone on strikes. 3 up, 3 down for the Rangers in the second after 1.5, no score.
The area Buzz referenced earlier, this is the area that has been lessened. It's about 11 feet officially less to hit a home run. This is the old wall. That is the new wall, Buzz and Tom. So now you can get a frosty beverage out here. The last time we played here in 2012, I could have caught a fly ball out here. Well, I couldn't have, but Tom, I bet you could have.
I might have caught maybe 6 out of 10.
Yeah.
All right, John.
Boy, that's a lot of room, a lot of extra room out there.
Sure is.
No wonder people hated to hit in this ballpark.
Justin Upton taking a strike. Colby quickly out in front. No balls and 2 strikes to the Padre home run leader. Upton with the 24 home runs, 72 RBI. Hitting at 253.
I thought John was getting ready to tell us what they're serving for food out there. That's what I'm looking forward to.
I think that's coming up next, I hope.
Well, Buzz, you talked about Kobe's slider. If this is any indication of what it's going to look like tonight, it's going to be pretty good. He threw Upton 2 very good sliders, right where he wanted them. 2 swings and misses at both of them.
Now Colby with his first strikeout. 1 gone. Jed Jerko now the shortstop will step in. Jerko, a 240 hitter with 10 home runs, 38 driven in. Most of the time a second baseman for the Padres. Has played shortstop now for the first time in his major league career the last few games. Versatile player that has been for the Padres. Colby. Steady diet of sliders to the last 2 hitters. Jerko has really come on. Last 28 ball games, he has hit 290, 292 to be exact. 5 home runs. All that since the end of July. So he's had a great month of August. 255 average overall, 17 RBI. 2-2. Colby, a 36-year-old. He's from the Central Valley of California, the Bakersfield area, the south end of the San Joaquin Valley. Jerko punching on to right field. And Shin-Soo Choo will be there to grab it for out number 2. Well, folks, on Monday, September the 14th, make sure and wear red to red out the ballpark against the division rival Houston Astros. 2 upper box or upper reserve seats are available for just $14 when you use the online coupon code Lone Star. Just go to TexasRangers.com before the seats are gone, and they are going in a hurry. Rangers coming into play tonight, trailing the Astros by only 3 games in that Western Division race. Corey Spangenberg taking a knee-high strike. Spangenberg, couple of home runs, 11 driven in. 79 ball games for the Padres. He lines one to center, and that's the first base hit of the night for the Padres. A 2-out single for Spangenberg. 1 on, 2 out for Austin Hedges.
Fastball tailing away. It does pretty much what you should do if you want to hit that ball hard, and that's go the other way with it, not try to pull it. Outfield's a little bit torn up out in center field. They had a Taylor Swift concert here the other day. Trying to resod it, get it back in shape. Almost looks like the Oakland Coliseum where when they reconfigure it for football.
Hedges takes the pitch inside. Yeah, that area that you saw where the line on the shield just patrolling. New sod has been put in. That's where the stage was. From that newly sodded place on back to the wall. It's going to take a little while for that to take hold. Pitch chop foul, and Colby has a count of 1 ball and 1 strike. Hedges hitting just 189, a couple of home runs, 9 driven in. The rookie catcher working along with Derek Norris behind the plate for the Padres. Colby sets at the bell to check a first. 2-1. Hedges making his 29th start this year behind the plate, and 12 of them now have come with Tyson Ross on the hill. Oh, while he may not be the personal catcher for Tyson Ross, he has done a lot of work with the right-hander. Next pitch to him. That is in just above the belt. 2-2. Colby for the 5th time in his career in double figures in the win column. Moving up the list of all time. Runner on the move. The pitch is hit high in the air to left field. Venable waiting for it to come down out of the night sky. Puts it away, and that will do it. No runs, a hit, and 1 man left after 2. Rangers nothing. Padres nothing. Baseball on Fox Sports Southwest is brought to you by your Texas Ford dealer. The best deals are happening now only at your Texas Ford dealer. Ford is the best in Texas. Very comfortable evening here at Petco Park in downtown San Diego. Rangers and the Padres in the first of 3. Rangers 3 here in far Southern California, then on up the coast about 90 miles to Anaheim for 3 over the weekend with the Angels. And they finish off the trip with 4 in Seattle, taking on the Mariners. Tyson Ross here in the 3rd inning will face Bobby Wilson. Then Colby Lewis, and back to the top of the order for Delino DeShields. Wilson, a .286 average for the Rangers. First ball swinging, it's popped up. Alonso, the first baseman over there, but that ball's back 7 rows. Strike 1. Bobby overall this year, a .258 average. Or, excuse me, a .206 average with 11 RBI total. Rangers got him on a waiver claim from the Tampa Bay Rays right at the 31st of July. Chopper on the left side. Durko on the run. Throws out. Bobby Wilson, 1 gone. And before Colby Lewis comes up, let's send it back to Aaron Hardigan for a Mazda game break. All right, Aaron, thank you. Colby Lewis up there not wasting any time. Hangman at that first pitch and fouled it off. And the Astros really jumping on the Mariners tonight, as you heard Aaron talk about. Rangers had hoped that the Mariners maybe could take the first game, maybe get the Rangers within 2 with a win here tonight in San Diego, but apparently that's not going to happen. 8-1 at last look.
Not if the Mariner pitchers keep throwing those fastballs right down the middle to Carlos Correa. It's not going to happen.
Well, how about the Mariners? They had The scheduled pitcher was Felix Hernandez, and they decided, it's a good time to get him a rest, freshen him up for the last part of the season.
Yeah, get him fresh for the Rangers go to Seattle.
Colby topping that foul. It's ball and 2 strikes. I think if I were Jeff Bannister, I might have a little talk with Lloyd McClinton when I saw him next week.
Yeah.
Say, hey, what's the deal here? Colby with that 4-game hitting streak coming into play. Of course, it goes back over 3 years, but that's okay. He's gone on strike. Tyson Ross takes care of his counterpart. 5th strikeout for the big right-hander. And 2 gone back to the top of the Ranger order.
Yeah, the big right-hander's pumping in some strikes tonight. Occasionally, he'll have some control problems. That's not an issue for him tonight. A lot of fastballs, a lot of strikes, a lot of strikeouts. 5 of the first 9 hitters have struck out. A couple on fastballs, several of them on that good hard slider that he throws.
Now, Delano DeShields saw a couple of those hard sliders his first time up. Didn't make contact. He went down swinging. Now the 1-0 pitch to him. 2 balls and no strikes.
Ross was a high draft choice by Oakland, 2nd round draft choice. And he had time in the big leagues with Oakland for 3 different years. The last year was 2012. And he didn't pitch well. He gave up 96 hits in 73 innings. He was 2-11 with a 6.50 ERA. A lot of walks, not that many strikeouts. And they traded him, didn't get a whole lot in return to San Diego. And since he's been in San Diego, he's been a strikeout pitcher, a good opponent's batting average, and a good ERA. He was the Padres pitcher of the year last year, made the All-Star team. So he has been a force since he's pitched in this ballpark with the Padres. Almost a strikeout per inning guy.
Spangenberg takes care of the Delano's 2 hoppers. 3 up, 3 down. That's 7 straight now, set down by Tyson Ross. 2.5 in the books. No score. Ballpark, a pivotal AL West showdown against the Astros. It's also just one of 2 chances left this season to enjoy Dollar Hot Dog Night. Don't wait to get your tickets for this important matchup with both the Astros and the Dollar Hot Dogs. TexasRangers.com, the place to get your tickets, or call 972-RANGERS. Now Tyson Ross, the pitcher, leading off. He's hitting 8th in the order. Tom, I asked before the ballgame, how would you feel if you were Travis Jankowski, the center fielder, hitting 9th behind a pitcher? Actually, it doesn't happen very often.
No, it doesn't. I'll say this, though. Ross evidently, we haven't seen much of him as a batter, is a pretty good hitter. He's hitting .244 this year, which doesn't sound like much. Pretty good for a pitcher, though. Thank you.
Whoa. Prince had to do a almost a split to grab that Aaron Lewis offering.
Did get stepped on and pull a groin all at the same time as Ross ran by him. He had to leave his foot any way he could to keep it on the bag. Which he does. I don't know if he got stepped on or not. If he didn't, it was close. It always cracks me up how a batter, in that case it was a pitcher, but a position player, doesn't matter, when the ball is coming and he can't see the ball and he thinks it's going to be around his head, he puts his hands up to block the ball. He's got a helmet there to block the ball. If it does hit you hard and it hits your hand against your helmet, it's going to hurt worse than it would if you didn't put your hands up. I guess that must just be some kind of reaction.
Yeah, self-preservation of some type.
Yeah.
Here's Travis Jankowski. He hits one the other way. Elvis in the hole, jump throw. It's not going to be in time. Jankowski scooting down that line has an infield single.
Well, Jankowski doesn't have a lot of power in AA and AAA this year. He had a great average. He hit .335, but he only hit one home run. He did have a good on-base percentage, over 40%, and he did steal 32 bases. So the name of the game for him is putting the ball in play, using his speed, and that's what he did right there. Hit a ground ball and beat it out.
And one of the advantages of having him bat ninth, even though the pitcher's hitting in front of him, is now you almost have a second leadoff man. You get back to the top of the order.
I think that's how you would explain it to him, Buzz, and rather than say, hey, look, you can't hit as good as the pitcher, our lineup works better if we have you bat ninth for the reason you just said.
Right.
I would agree with that.
Yangervis Solarte aligned to center field to start things. Solarte, a one-time Ranger. Switch hitter up there from the left side against Colby Lewis. Jankowski draws a throw. He doesn't have a big lead over there. And the fact that he doesn't may lead you to think, well, maybe there's a hit and run on him. He's not trying to draw attention at first base. Last 4 games you can see for Solarte, it's been a little bit of a rough spot, 1 for 17. He's on the move. The pitch is low. The throw is not in time.
A nice quick throw by Bobby Wilson, but that base was stolen before Bobby ever got the ball. Jankowski got a good jump on Colby. Gets his first stolen base. You can see right there the kind of jump he got and how quickly he accelerates. Nice play by Bobby, but just never had time.
Elvis keeping that tag on him, and you're seeing more and more guys really focus on doing that. Now with the advent of replay, your chance of getting a call when the body isn't touching the bag all the way through the slide is increased. No, Jankowski now at second base after his first major league stolen base. 2 balls, no strikes, the count to Solarte. And the pitch is low, 3-0. Colby trying to be a little bit careful with Yangervis. He's the number 1 hitter in the order. He'll be followed by the first baseman, Yonder Alonso. 3-0 pitch from Colby. Now 3-1. So Arte went from the Rangers over to the Yankees, and the Yankees dealt him to San Diego on a deal that brought Chase Headley to New York, third baseman. That's chopped foul. The count runs full now, 3-1. Jose Valentin, the first base coach, handling that for the Padres. Solarte has started to tune things up despite that struggle he's had just of late. He's hit 290 since the last week in July. Colby and Bobby Wilson going through a series of signs now. Colby wants to recycle those signs. Jankowski, the runner at second base, establishing his lead. Colby's payoff pitch. We'll try it again. Colby in the early going here, 32 pitches this evening thus far. 1 out in the 3rd inning. 22 of those have been strikes. Right-hander again ready, a check of second. To center field. Delano to Shields makes the catch. Jankowski bluffs a move toward third. He hangs on as Delano gets the ball back in quickly. Oh, good job by Colby Lewis to come back from a 3-0 count to get the fly out. 2 gone for Alonso.
Solarte hit the ball hard the first time up. That one didn't sound very good. Didn't hit it on the good part of the bat. Just kind of hung up there. Instead of having to go back for it, he was coming in, which kept Jankowski at second base.
Delano patrolling center field very capably here tonight, and Colby taking his time getting back on him. He had to go over and back up third base in case there was a throw that came all the way over there. So Colby trying to conserve the energy, taking his time getting back on the hill. 2 outs. Yonder Alonso, who tapped right back to the mound his first time, will step in. Alonso this year, a .281 hitter against right-handers, as opposed to .270 against left-handers. And Colby starts him off with a slider for strike 1.
Buzz, I bumped into Jay Eddings, Ranger scout, in the press dining room tonight. His parents, Larry and Melva, live in Sperry, Oklahoma, and I understand they're some of our greatest fans. So I told Jay we would say hi to his mom and dad, Larry and Melva. Hope you guys are watching tonight. Thanks for being such great fans. And your son Jay sends his best to you, in case you haven't talked to him recently. You probably have.
You might want to tell him to call home tomorrow.
I'll tell Jay to call home tomorrow.
Alonso, a big rip and a miss. It's 1-2. Colby taking just a little bit off that slider, makes it almost like a curveball. 2 outs. Jankowski out at second base. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The count as Colby sets. Rip, foul. And foul by maybe a foot.
The pitch before that, Alonso had a good swing at it, but that was the one you talked about, Buzz. He took a little off and it broke underneath his bat. That one didn't break very much, and he was right on it. Fortunately, he pulled it just foul down the right field line.
Yeah, that was the one that Colby was trying to bury at the back foot and never got it there.
No, never got it there.
But no harm done. You come right back with one that you get down on that back foot. Colby reads the signs. He's ready to go. Or throw one up there if you want. That's fine.
Alonso doesn't strike out very much. He's only struck out 48 times. Walks a little bit. 48 strikeouts, 42 walks. Puts the bat on the ball. Hits for a little bit of an average. But not a lot of power for a first baseman. 16 doubles and 5 home runs.
Just missed the outside corner.
Good try.
Alonso leaned on it. Colby. That was the one Colby wanted. He had him set up for that pitch, and Alonso could do nothing except sit there and watch it. And it just missed the outside corner. So the count is full now. In the on-deck circle, Matt Kemp. Colby would just soon have Kemp lead off the next inning. Base hit. Jankowski around third will score. Yonder Alonso with the RBI single. The Padres lead it 1-0.
Infield hit and a stolen base. A little bit of speed in the 9th spot in the order with Travis Jankowski. Sets up a pretty nice at bat there for Alonso. He was right on a couple of pitches. He had a pitch on the inside part of the plate. He pulled it hard foul. That pitch was tailing away. Stayed up though. He was able to line it into left center field.
Well, a couple hits in the inning. The Padres jump out in front. 1-0 here in the third. And Matt Kemp steps in, having fly to right field his first time. Rangers in almost a full overshift. 1 ball, no strikes. Rougned Odor play almost directly behind the bag at second. Maybe a step to the first base side of second. Elvis way over in the hole, and Beltre kind of guarding the line a bit at third. And playing deep now. 1-0 pitch. To left field, Venable retreating. Back of the wall, it's over his head. It caroms off the wall, and Alonso's being waved around third. He will score on the double by Matt Kemp. The Padres lead it 2-0.
Kemp hit that ball hard. It got to Venable in a hurry. He didn't get it up in the air, so it looked like it might stay in the park, but it was going to get to the wall pretty fast, and it did. It looked like maybe a backup slider right near the middle of the plate. And Will comes close to making a catch just a little bit over his glove, but once he gets to the wall and the ball caroms by him, there was nothing they could do to stop Alonso from scoring all the way from first base.
Now, Kemp had a home run against Colby Lewis down in Arlington in July. Hit this ball very hard. And he's at second base as Justin Upton takes a strike. That was the 22nd pitch of the inning for Colby Lewis. So he's been forced to work overtime here in the third. Justin Upton went down swinging his first time up. Colby had to bull rush him and missed outside. 1 ball and 1 strike.
I want to welcome the Dirksies and the Garretts to the game tonight. They're from Rockwall, Texas. Rick and Tamara, Blair and Cindy. Been to a lot of Ranger games on the road, and they always send something up to the booth, and thank you very much for that. There's the slider he's trying to throw.
Yep.
Keep that thing down there.
1-2. Upton 4 home runs in his last 5 ball games. In fact, all 4 of his hits in the last 5 ball games have left the ballpark. Colby back to the plate. Just a little bit low, I guess.
Low in the strike zone, it looked like.
Yeah. Sam Holbrook, the home plate umpire, I think he was struck out on that.
Well, that happens.
Now the 2-2 pitch. The right field. Chu backing up with room. That will do it. Well, the Padres use a couple of 2-out hits. They scored 2 on 3 hits and strand 1. After 3, 2-0 San Diego. and by Mazda. In every car we make, you'll see why driving matters. A little shot of Petco Park across the way in San Diego Convention Center. Great development down here, south end of downtown San Diego. Tyson Ross back to the hill. He now has a 2-0 lead to try and protect. The deal to Shin-Soo Choo, Prince Fielder, and Adrian Beltre. Choo called out on strikes in the first inning. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ross has struck out 5 of the first 10 that he's faced here tonight. He has that knockout pitch going. Choo at 247 with the average. 2-1.
Last year when Ross made the All-Star team and was the Padres pitcher of the year, he pitched 195 innings and struck out 195 batters. So throughout his time with the Padres, that's just about what he's done. He's struck out a batter per inning.
One of those guys that you mentioned, Tom, the time he had with Oakland was kind of non-productive, but apparently it set the stage for going to the National League and really having confidence to go ahead and throw that good sinker-slider combination. Choo drives it to deep left center field. Going back is Jankowski. He is at the wall and makes the catch.
Yeah, you know, a pitcher, as you know, Buzz, or a player for that matter, doesn't always put it together as soon as they get to the big leagues. I guess you just had to look at his stuff and try to make a prediction on what he was going to do in the future. I guess the A's looked at him the year he went 2-11, had a 6.50 ERA as a guy that they didn't believe was going to do this. Otherwise, they would have gotten a much better return for him than the trade they made. So he's one of those guys that looked promising, and maybe they just didn't stick with him long enough. So many guys go from one team to another and blossom a little later in their career. It's definitely not unheard of in Major League Baseball.
And it could be like anybody. You know, he may have heard the same thing phrased a different way from somebody that made sense. It's hard to tell.
Just clicked for him.
He's facing Prince Fielder now. Fielder, the only base hit tonight off of Ross. Had that booming double to right center field his first time. He's ahead of the count now, 2 balls and a strike. Prince with that double, now hitting at 318. Now 3-1. No, Fielder trying to get aboard here in the 4th inning. Adrian Beltre, the cleanup man, is in the on-deck circle.
The Padres will shift their infielders in the middle of the count, depending on what the count is. Sometimes they'll switch with 2 strikes so the guy can't bunt. In that particular case, they switched on a 3-1 pitch.
Turco on the move, throws it out. Nice play by the Padres shortstop. 2 outs, Adrian Beltre coming up. But first, let's send it back to Aaron Hardigan for a Mazda game break. All right, Aaron, thank you very much. So both the Blue Jays and the Yankees losing tonight. It stays status quo in the Eastern Division. Adrian Beltre, a fly ball to right back in the first inning. Beltre coming off a great homestand. He went 9 for 22 with 2 home runs and 6 RBI in the 6 ball games. Fouls that one down off his left foot. He's fallen behind now, 0-2. Adrian, one of 3 Rangers that comes into play tonight with a 6-game hitting streak. Ouch. Ross will get some foul balls off of people's feet, I would imagine. That, especially right-handed hitters, that ball boring down and in on them. Oh, 2 to Beltre. 6-game hitting streak we were talking about, a 409 average. Adrian also, his last 28 ball games, has 6 home runs. That after hitting just 1 in his previous 31. Ball's high in the air down the right side. That will peel back off and out of play. Oh, Adrian hanging tough. Probably thankful after fouling that ball off his left foot that Ross has stayed away with a couple of pitches. Ross, a big guy at 6'5", goes to the wide. Misses low and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Next pitch to Beltre. Hard hit, but right at Solarte at third. Across the diamond in the dirt, and Alonso can't dig it out. Beltre will be aboard on the throwing error by Solarte.
Well, Solarte had plenty of time, took his time, wound up, and gunned it over there, just threw it right in the dirt. Solidly hit ball, fields it cleanly. Everything looks good until that. Well, now Rubnad get one up in the air, hit one out of here, and be 2-2.
There you go. That is the 75th Padre error of the year. They are right in the middle of the pack as far as fielding is concerned in the National League. A 1 on, 2 out. Rubnad Odor called out on strikes his first time, and swings over the top of that cutter for strike 1. Odor, 11 home runs, 43 RBI. Last 22 ball games, almost 350. To center field, that is Death Valley out there as Jankowski makes the catch. That'll do it. Rangers get Beltre on via the error, but stranding after 3.5. 2-0 San Diego. Talking about last night, Jake Arrieta, season high 12 strikeouts, his first career no-hitter as he shut down the Los Angeles Dodgers. 17 wins this season, the most in the major leagues. So Jake Arrieta out of TCU. And here's the final out as he had Chase Utley at the plate, got him swinging. He struck out the side for the Dodgers in the 9th inning. And that was how he capped off that no-hitter. Jed Jerko skying to fairly deep center field. That is out number 1 here in the 4th inning.
Yeah, when you see a guy, sometimes you say, man, that was no-hit stuff. Watching a little bit of that game, that was no-hit stuff.
Yep.
That breaking ball was unhittable, and he was still throwing 96 miles an hour in the 9th inning. Can't remember exactly what the Orioles got in that trade, but
it wasn't nearly enough.
I don't think it measures up to what Jake Arrieta is right now.
No, there's another guy that you're talking about, guys developing at different rates.
He always had good stuff.
Yeah.
I think he started the game that Josh hit the 4 home runs in. Might be wrong on that. But I know we've seen him had seen him a couple of times for the Orioles.
Right.
But boy, it's just really tough with players to know exactly what's going to happen in the future. You try to look at their tools, look at their makeup, look at what they've done in the minor leagues, how many years they've played, what do you project them to be. And a lot of times you have to make decisions based on whether or not you can protect them on a roster, what your 40-man roster looks like, how do they stack up against other prospects in the organization. Sometimes it just boils down to you've got other players that you regard a little bit higher. You make a trade. It's not that you don't like the player anymore. You hope that he does well when he goes somewhere else. You've had him for 5 or 6 years. Everybody in the system knows him. And sometimes guys like that blossom into really good players. And you can't say you were surprised because you projected him to be that kind of a player. But you much prefer it to happen with you instead of someone else. It doesn't always happen that way, though.
A 3-2 to Corey Spangenberg. And he chops that pitch foul. Spangenberg had a base hit to center field his first time up. Yeah, I remember when Jake Arrieta was at TCU and watching him in the summer in the Woodbat, the Texas Collegiate League. There was a lot of discussion then about evaluating college pitchers because of the aluminum bats. Well, what a play by Rougned Odor. From his knees, he throws out Spangenberg. What a play by Rougned, ranging far to his left and sprawling flat on the ground. And from the ground, from a prone position, threw him out.
That'll be up for a what classic for the evening. You want to watch that again? Pick your highlight show and you'll see it. The other thing about that one, Buzz, he didn't have time to think about the pain in his finger. He just picked that thing up and fired it over to first base. That could definitely be the one tonight.
That sure could be. Oh, 2 outs. Here's Austin Hedges. Pitch inside to him. Hedges, a fly ball to left. Back in the second inning, hitting 188. Anyway, that was when Arrieta was playing in that Texas Collegiate League. I believe it was after his next to last year at TCU. There was kind of a secondary undercurrent, the theme that a lot of scouts were talking about. How do you evaluate, because of the metal bats at the collegiate level, is getting to the point where a lot of guys with very good arms were not showing up well statistically during the regular season. So they were encouraging guys to go the Cape Cod League or any of the wood bat leagues. And that was one of the reasons why the Texas Collegiate League got going with the wood bat, was to get more guys an opportunity to be evaluated with wooden bats during the summer.
Yeah, I would think the hard thing to evaluate would be a guy with a good sinker who could jam hitters and have a lot of success with a wooden bat, but not much success with an aluminum bat.
Exactly. Well, Hedges caught looking, and Colby Lewis with his second strikeout of the night, a 1-2-3 inning. After 4, it's the Padres 2 and the Rangers nothing. Supply Park this season. The next opportunity is on Friday, September the 11th, following the game against the Oakland A's. Fans using the online coupon code FIREWORKS at TexasRangers.com/specials can get seats for just $14. Don't wait, though, because seats are going fast for that series and that Fireworks Friday night. Well, the Rangers come to bat here in the top of the 5th inning, trailing 2-0. Tyson Ross back to the hill, and Rougned Odor made the last out, so Elvis Andrus now leads off the 5th. It'll be Elvis, Will Venable, and Bobby Wilson to face Ross. Rangers, again, with just one hit through the first 4 innings against Tyson Ross. Ross has struck out 5. Elvis popped out to his counterpart, Jed Jerko, the shortstop, first time up. 0-1. Elvis now hitting at .259. He came into the game hitting at .260, which is as high as his batting average has been all year long. Elvis really putting together a good, solid second half of the season. And there's a base hit to center field. That's how the Rangers' 5th inning starts.
Just watching Elvis the last 175 at bats. He's just hitting the ball consistently harder than he ever has before. He's had years where he's hit better than .260, years where he's driven in some runs. Had obviously very good seasons. But I don't think for 30 or 40 games he's ever hit the ball consistently as hard as he is right now.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
A good example of it right there. A slider away from him and really hit that ball hard to center field.
Well, Elvis at first, nobody out. Here's Will Venable for his second at bat. He struck out against his former teammate Tyson Ross. Throw to first. Boy, Alonso saved Hedges an error and might have saved 3 bases. Well, Alonso didn't come up with that. That's down to the right field corner.
Yeah, he's at least a third on it. Second baseman would have tried to chase it down the corner.
1 ball, no strikes. That evens the count. And one of the many signs here at Petco Park. Will, thanks for the memories. We miss you. And one of the most popular players to ever don a San Diego Padre uniform, Will Venable. A ball and a strike. Elvis the lead from first.
Elvis was definitely leaning on that pitch.
We mentioned Tyson Ross, a big guy, so it takes a little bit of time to unwind going home. But he's got a pretty quick move to first, as you just saw. It'll also vary the places he throws from and how long he stays in the set position. 2 balls and a strike. What the Rangers would love for to happen to Tyson right here is he pays too much attention to Elvis and doesn't execute a pitch and let Will Venable hit one in a gap somewhere or out of the ballpark. There goes Elvis. The pitch is a ball. The throw to second is in time. They got him. And Elvis is saying, hey, skipper, take a look at that upstairs. Joey Probinski, the Ranger replay guru, will take a look at things. And here's what one of the angles he'll take a look at. That tag looks like Elvis slid right into the glove, to be quite honest. Here's even a better angle. Ball in glove, glove in front of bag. Hand into glove with ball in it. And out. Elvis caught stealing. Pretty good throw by Hedges. No, 1 gone now. The base is empty for Venable. The count is 3 balls and a strike. And ball 4. Here's the first walk of the night. Will Venable trots on down to first. He's now reached base safely in all 9 of the games that he has played for the Rangers. Edge is out to talk to Tyson Ross for a moment. Bobby Wilson, Ranger catcher now, coming up. Wilson hit a chopper to short his first time to the plate. Padres very well aware of Venable's propensity to steal bases. 1 ball, no strikes. Wilson overall now at 204. Still looking for his first home run. And a chopper right back to the mound. The second, it's a low throw, and I don't know how in the world Spangenberg came up with that.
Well, it's 2 balls that could have been thrown away this inning. One down the first base line, and that one easily could have gone into center field. He had to catch it. Somehow he managed to catch it and touch the base.
Well, just a horrible throw by Ross.
Boy, hit the heel of his glove. Watch the ball go from the heel of his glove right to the tip of his glove and stay in his glove. Man.
So, 2 outs now. Here's Colby Lewis. Colby struck out his first time to the plate. Ross, a check at first. Wilson not being held tightly. And misses inside. Colby a hit in all 4 of his interleague games. On 5 for 12 prior to tonight. As Tom told you, in his career, Colby is 7 for 25. That's a 280 average. And he has driven in 5 runs and 5 RBI, the most by a Ranger pitcher since the advent of the designated hitter.
How about that catch? That tops the other 2.
Apparently, if you're a San Diego Padre, you stick out your glove, the ball stays in it.
This is remarkable how he catches this ball. He didn't even turn his glove the other way.
He had it the wrong way, yeah.
He doesn't even think that ball is going to stay in his glove.
Wow.
Usually you backhand that ball if it's that far away from you. He didn't even do that. Boy, Rangers just can't get an extra base no matter what happens this inning.
Sure can't. 2-2 to Colby. Ross with the next pitch. Another chopper foul. So Colby not going quietly. He's gonna have his hacks up there and make Tyson Ross work a little bit. Ross now at 75 pitches as he works here with 2 outs in the 5th. Right-hander again set. Got him swinging. Well, the Rangers, not a whole lot going in that inning. Got a base hit with Strander runner. We have finished half the ball game. It's Padres leading 2-0. And you can only catch it on pay-per-view. So don't miss the season's first game. The Sooners start at 6 o'clock on Saturday night. Call your cable or satellite provider and order the game today. Now we move to the bottom of the fifth inning here at Petco Park. Colby Lewis back to the hill. He will face his counterpart, Tyson Ross, the number 8 hitter. Then it will be Travis Jankowski and back to the top of the order for San Diego. Padres leading 2-0. They've out-hit the Rangers 4-2. Tyson Ross tried to bunt his way aboard first time and bunted it right back to Colby Lewis. 1 ball, no strikes. Ross second only to Madison Bumgarner as far as hitting prowess among National League pitchers this year. Bumgarner hitting up in the mid-250s with, he have 4 home runs now? 3 or 4 home runs. And Ross with 1 home run. Bumgarner has 5 home runs. Like they say, they come in bunches for him. 2-1 pitch.
I'm looking at the stats for the Padres. James Shields has a couple of pinch hit appearances, but he's only hitting 140.
Must be a dangerous 140.
Must have pinch hit in the games Ross was pitching in.
Could have.
He must have pinch hit for. No, he couldn't have done that. He wouldn't have pinch hit for a position player, you wouldn't think. Maybe.
3 hopper out to Ruben Odor. 1 gone. And before Travis Jankowski comes up, let's send it back to Aaron Hardigan for a Mazda game break. All right, Aaron, thank you. Now here's the Padres leading the Rangers 2-0 as we play in the bottom of the 5th inning. Travis Jankowski had an infield single in the 3rd. He swiped second and came around to score the first Padre run of that 2-run inning. Jankowski a 240 average now as Colby comes back to him. 1 ball and 1 strike. Check swing. He did not go around. That according to third base umpire Gabe Morales. 2-1. Jankowski's infield single back in the 3rd snapped an 0 for 15. Odor will throw him out here. 2 gone. Next will be Yangervis Solarte. With the exception of the back-to-back 2-out run-producing hits in the 3rd, Colby has held the Padres pretty much at bay. 3 of the 4 hits came in that frame. And those 2, the singles by Alonso and the double by Kemp, produced the 2 runs. Happened with 2 outs. Oh, it's inside. Solarte 0 for 2. Both times he is skied to center field. 1-0 from Lewis. He's going to do it again. This one sends the liner to Shields back, but plenty of room in front of the track. 3 up, 3 down, and we'll go to the 6th inning in San Diego. It's the Padres 2 and the Rangers nothing. Tonight's jackpot is $1,400 and dinner for two at Sonic Drive-In. If a Ranger hits a home run during the inning, Michael D. Hodge from Little Elm, Texas will win $1,400. And if a Ranger hits a grand slam this inning, Michael's going to win $25,000. You can register at any participating Sonic restaurant. Now it'll be the top of the Ranger order against Tyson Ross. Ross has been very good tonight. His 2 base hits and a double by Prince Fielder in the first, a leadoff single by Elvis in the 5th inning. And that has been it as far as offense against him. Delino DeShields will begin things 0 for 2 tonight. He has struck out and grounded to second base. Tyson Ross beginning the 6th inning with 76 pitches under his belt.
Whoa, watch out.
And kind of got low bridge. That was like a slider that made Delino do a back bend, get out of the way. 1 ball, no strikes. Pop foul, that will reach the seats and even the count. Now that bunt that Delino thought about on that first pitch, a weapon we haven't seen him use nearly as much in the last couple of weeks as he had prior. Rangers still leading all of Major League Baseball with 35 bunt base hits. And Delino still the leader in the American League. There is a bunt. Solarte, bare hands, throws and catches. Solarte, great anticipation. Got that before Delino could really get it going down the first baseline. Threw him out. 1 gone.
Yeah, I think if you're the third baseman, until it's 2 strikes, you're pretty much anticipating that he might bunt. So definitely do that. He definitely doing that, even though he was about even with the bag. The second Delino scored around, he was charging. Made a nice play, too. Fielded it on the run. A nice, accurate throw.
The 1 gone here is Shin-Soo Choo. Just the way they draw it up in the textbook about how to play third base. 1 ball, 1 strike to Choo. Shin-Soo has been called out on strikes and skied to center field. 0 for 2 tonight. Currently hitting at 247. Spangenberg, the second baseman, throws him out. They're 2 gone. And before Prince Fielder comes up, let's send it back to Aaron Hardigan for a Mazda game break. All right, Aaron, thank you. Jake Smolinski back with the A's. Producing. It's good to see. Fielder taking strike 1. Prince 1 for 2 tonight. Had that first inning double. Prince now at 317 with the average. No balls, 2 strikes. Tyson Ross, a long look in. Now the 0-2. Hitting. And Prince. Difficult to react to that pitch. And he is counting to 10 at least. Yeah. And he right in that bicep. Or tricep, I guess it is. He will toss the bat away and head on down to first.
The fans are booing. He's not thinking about charging the mound or anything. He's just thinking how bad that thing hurt. Just above his elbow. Yeah. Fortunately, it didn't look like it hit square on his elbow. Oh, it did. Right in the back of his elbow. And you can't get hit in a worse place than that. It's going to swell up on him for sure.
Well, you can hear that sound on beat all over the ballpark. Well, here's Adrian Beltre now. And Ross misses outside for ball 1. Beltre 0 for 2. He did reach last time on an error. Also fly to right field. The error was on Yangervis Solarte, the third baseman.
It's also one of those that you know it's going to hit you the minute it leaves the hand. There's nothing you can do to get out of the way.
Yep.
You can't lean back. You can't jump in front of it. Just have to pretty much grit your teeth and get ready for it. There's a lot of us still be lying on the ground at home plate after that.
Yeah, no kidding. And 3 balls and no strikes. So maybe the hit batter had more of an effect on Ross than anything else. Prince is going to feel that for a few days, but Ross having the effect on his ability to throw strikes right now. And a strike is called. 3-1. No, 2 outs. A 3-ball, 1 strike count to Beltre. Fielder at first base. Rangers trailing 2-0. Ball 4. Beltre will take the walk. Adrian going to first, and I want to remind you very quickly, on Sunday, September the 13th, Rangers are giving away a T-shirt to commemorate Adrian Beltre's 400th home run. The first 15,000 fans 14 and older receive the Beltre shirt. That's sponsored by Snapple and 7-Eleven. Get your tickets at TexasRangers.com and see the Rangers take on the A's. Plus, go out early and get your commemorative T-shirt. Darren Balsley, the pitching coach for the Padres, out to see if he can refocus Tyson Ross just a bit. That walk, the second issued by the right-hander tonight. So 2 on, 2 out. Rougned Odor will step to the plate. Odor tonight is skied to center field and struck out. Just back into the lineup, and been talking about what Rougned was doing before he had to go out 5 games ago with that ripped fingernail. Hitting the ball out of the ballpark with pretty good regularity. And stinging the ball all over the place. Rangers could use one right from him right here. Prince Fielder at the bottom of your screen, getting his lead from second. He's trailed by Adrian Beltre at first. Sharply hit, but right at the shortstop, Jerko. That will do it. Rangers strand 2 on a hit batter and a walk. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It remains the Padres 2 and the Rangers nothing.
On what is a destination trip. Many of them have asked me, Where are we supposed to go for lunch here, John? Well, look, this place is famous for fish tacos, and I like to go where the locals go. Apparently, one of the local favorites is a place called Oscars, and Oscars is one of those places where there's a line out the door every day. So we go to Oscars today, and these are the fish tacos we got at Oscars. They are spectacular. There's a smoked fish taco, a grilled fish taco, and a battered fish taco there. Frankly, I thought that there's the smoked fish taco right there. That was the best one, no doubt about it. We were so excited to eat the fish tacos, we had our appetizer as dessert, believe it or not. Ceviche is supposed to be an appetizer. There's our dessert. I'm telling you. That's raw shrimp with some citrus sauces, some cilantro and onion. It's just all marinated. You see there's some avocado on top. Absolutely delicious. Oscars is the place to tell everybody when they ask you, Buzz and Tom, where to go for fish tacos.
All right, John. Write that down and pass that along to anybody who asks.
Yum, yum.
Yonder Alonso looking at a couple of strikes after he'd gotten ahead 3 balls and no strikes, so the count is full. Alonso leading off the bottom of the 6th, to be followed by Matt Kemp, then Justin Upton. Colby's payoff pitch to him. Right center field, that is trouble. It is down. Cutting it off, the liner to Shields, but going into second is Alonso. A leadoff 2-bagger for the Padres first baseman.
Alonso's had some good at-bats after his first at-bat where he tapped back to the mound. In the 3rd inning, he swung the bat really well. He lined one hard foul down the right field line, then lined a single into the gap in left center field for a run. And it was a good at-bat right here. Looked like a breaking ball, trying to backdoor it down around the knees. Still hit it well to right center field.
Yep. I think Colby would tell you that when you get 3 and 2 and you get that far with a guy like Alonso, you're pretty well limited to, you have to throw a strike. You don't want to lose him. And Alonso, too good a hitter to allow to hit 3 and 2 against you.
Yeah, that's a pretty good pitch, 3 and 2.
Yep.
Breaking ball, kind of on the back door, down and away like that. So sometimes, as we say, you just tip your hat. Sometimes the pitcher tips it to the hitter. Sometimes vice versa. That time, Colby made a pretty good pitch and he hit it.
Begrudgingly, you tip your hat.
You don't really tip it. You just kind of. I guess you don't even think it probably if you're the pitcher. We'll tip it for him.
High and tight. Look out. Crowd thinking back to Prince Fielder being plunked on an 0-2 pitch. Nothing like that going on here. Matt Kemp, in an effort to get out of the way, busted his belt. You hear about pitches undressing a hitter. That pretty much undressed him.
Never was buckled, was it?
No, I don't think so. Oh, yeah.
Must have came right straight from the restroom for this at bat. Hey, you're up. Hurry up.
Yeah. 2-0 the count. Now 3-0. Kemp had that ringing RBI double off the wall in left his last time up. And the RBI leaders, Matt Kemp right there in 4th place in the National League. Paul Goldschmidt leading, and Nolan Arenado not too far behind. 3-1. Kemp batting with nobody out. Yonder Alonso at second. Andrew Faulkner loosening in that Ranger bullpen. Ball 4. 2 on, nobody out. Justin Upton coming up. For Colby, his first walk of the night. And Mike Maddox going to make a quick trip to the mound. Colby, one of the stingiest as far as walks are concerned in the American League. Averaging fewer than 2 walks per 9 innings this year. 1.86 coming into play here tonight. Mike Maddox out there to order up that double play ball from Justin Upton. Upton, the cleanup hitter, coming to the plate now. Crowd making a lot of noise here at Petco. Padres a game over 500 at home this year. They're at 31-30.
A good note on the scoreboard. The Upton boys hit their 100th career home run on the same day. That's pretty good.
It sure is. Colby has been able to throw that slider to Upton in a teacup tonight. He has just not missed with it. Runners in scoring position this year, Upton rising to the equation average-wise, 282. Another one right on.
You can't see pitch number 1. It's right underneath pitch number 2. Both perfectly located.
If I were a betting man, I'd bet you my bottom dollar this is going to be the same pitch, about 3 inches further outside. Going up and in instead, they jammed it.
Yeah, pretty effective pitch too. Which I guess if you could throw it there after those first 2 sliders, Upton has to be thinking what you said. Uh-oh, here comes another one.
Yep.
No way you could be ready to hit that fastball up and in like that.
Bobby Wilson going through the series of signs with Yonder Alonso out there at second. Not much different than the other 2, and count goes to 1-2. Colby now with 85 pitches under his belt, 51 of them strikes. Sets himself for the 1-2 pitch. Well to right field. That chases Chu back to the track and makes the catch up against the wall. Alonso tags at second, advances to third. Kemp stays at first. And Upton finally got a slider that stayed up a little bit for him, and he almost drove it out of the ballpark.
That's one that probably does go out of the ballpark in our ballpark. Strong enough to do that. He thought he got enough of it. Watch his reaction. Thinks it's out, but now he's going, oh man, he's going to catch that ball. Shin-Soo was playing pretty deep, so he got back and caught it easily. First and third, 1 out.
Yeah, 1 out now. Jed Jerko coming up for his third at bat.
Jerko's flied out twice to the outfield. That's what he'll be looking to do right here. Get the ball up in the air instead of on the ground. Colby gives up a lot of fly balls, not as many ground balls. Maybe get a strikeout instead.
Little number foul at the plate. It is 0-1. Rangers leading the American League in double plays turn. Colby could use another one right here. There's 132 double plays this year. Jerko, a .238 hitter overall. Ranger infield with Elvis and Rugnet playing at double play depth. Off the end of the bat, fouled away, and it's 0-2. Now Colby in a position where he can try for this strikeout. Got Jerko in an 0-2 hole. A little bit better than Major League average for Jerko this year, scoring the runner from third with less than 2 outs. Got Yonder Alonso 90 feet away. Over at first, Matt Kemp. 0-2 pitch coming. To center field. The Shields makes the catch. Here comes the play at the plate. The throw hits the mound and bounces off to the right. Alonso scores a sacrifice fly, and the Padres lead 3-0. That's a bad break.
Yeah, because it looked like Delino had all his momentum coming forward. He was going to have a pretty strong throw. It looked like it was going to be accurate if it gets over the mound. Unfortunately, it hit the side of the mound and took a right turn. That ball goes another foot, gets over the mound, and takes one big hop. Might have a shot at him.
Yeah, that really is a bad break. A good throw by Delino. maybe about 2 feet further down the slope. It kicked straight, but it hit just enough on the side where it bounced off to the right. And they're going to have an appeal play at third. And the appeal, no, Gabe Morales over there hearing the appeal, he said no, he did not leave too early. So it's a sacrifice fly. The Padres played their 3rd run of the night. Now with 2 outs, Corey Spangenberg will come to the plate with Matt Kemp still at first. Nothing in 1. Spangenberg tonight is a single to center and been out on a great play by Rougned Odor. Spangenberg hitting at 261. Spangenberg, the first-round pick of the Padres back in the 2011 draft. Colby okays the sign. He's ready to work. Here goes Kemp. The pitch is swung on and missed, and the throw not in time as Kemp able to swipe second base. He picked the right pitch, too.
Yeah, he did. The second time they've gotten a big jump, and there's nothing Bobby Wilson could do.
Got a good jump and also the slow breaking ball, and boy, Bobby Wilson just had no chance.
Well, did a nice job backhanding it and getting rid of it. Just didn't have time.
So Kemp gets himself into scoring position. The count is no balls and 2 strikes to Corey Spangenberg. Colby's next pitch. High and tight. Spangenberg missed about 5 weeks being on the disabled list. Chops that pitch down. Still 1-2. Spangenberg had a left knee contusion that put him on the shelf for time from the end of June through the middle of August. Up there now on a pretty good tussle with Colby Lewis. Colby about ready for his 24th pitch of the inning. Line the other way, and that's in for extra bases. Kemp jogging around third will score. Spangenberg not stopping at second. Now he puts the brakes on as Venable finally digs it out of the corner. And the Padres, with 2 here in the 6th, have opened up a 4-0 lead.
Well, it looked like an off-speed pitch, a breaking ball that stayed up, and it's away. Actually, Bobby Wilson was looking for a fastball up and in, and instead it's a breaking ball down and away. Nice job of hitting right there by Spangenberg. Bobby Wilson didn't get the fastball he thought he was going to get. Spangenberg was able to stay with that breaking ball that dropped in on the outside corner and hit it to left field. Nice job of hitting.
Yeah, he either got crossed up or they were trying to set up the hitter with Kemp out there relaying location.
Maybe. That definitely didn't work if that was the plan.
No, Spangenberg at second. Austin Hedges is the hitter. They're going to intentionally walk Austin Hedges because you have the pitcher, Tyson Ross, in the on-deck circle. Well, Hedges, even though he's the number 7 hitter, you got the pitcher hitting 8th in Pat Murphy's order. There's Tyson Ross. Ross tonight is 0 for 2, a couple of groundouts. Now Colby with the 4th wide one. That puts Hedges on. Second walk of the inning and of the game for Colby. This is the intentional variety. And Tyson Ross will come up. Ross tried to bunt his way aboard in the third. He bunted right back to the mound. Last time up, grounded out softly to second. Average at 234 after the over. Nothing in one. Spangenberg at second, Hedges at first. 2 outs, 2 runs across here in the 6th inning. Base hit to center field. Around third comes Spangenberg. Here comes the throw to the plate. The tag not in time.
That looked like the exact throw that Delino almost made on the throw before it that hit the side of the mound. You can see if you get it over the mound, then that nice hop goes right to the plate. Just had a faster runner this time. He charges it, gets rid of it accurately on one hop. Tag comes down. The runner just barely got his foot in before the tag. Spangenberg is a good runner. Before that, Alonso beat the play. The ball took a turn. Same throw probably would have gotten Alonso, but Spangenberg runs pretty well.
A good job by Bobby Wilson trying to drop that shin guard down in front of the plate as he caught the ball to seal it off from Spangenberg. Didn't quite get it there in time. And we're going to have a challenge issued. Jeff Bannister out to tell the home plate umpire, Sam Holbrook, hey, you guys need to take a look at that one. So Bobby Wilson doing everything he possibly could.
Yeah, he did.
And just couldn't quite seal off the entire. It was a good slide by Spangenberg. He went directly to home plate. Had he tried to avoid the tag and slid around it, he probably would have been out. That foot is what gets in there.
Yeah, Bobby did everything he could. It looked like he might have snuck his foot in and got the front of the bag. That's what Sam Holbrook is saying. He's pointing to the portion of the base that he felt the foot hit before the tag came down. Nice strong throw by Delino. He
sure
did
was
everything he could.
Yeah, I like what you said too, Tom, about the almost an identical throw.
Yeah,
a matter of 3 or 4 feet difference, and you get a perfect hop as opposed to one scooting off to the right side.
Yeah, if he was able to get that same throw, he probably would have had Alonso, who's not quite the same runner that Spangenberg is.
Well, the umpires with the headsets hooked up to replay command center, and the safe sign is out, and Spangenberg safe at home plate. And Jeff Bannister on his way to the mound. That is going to do it for Colby Lewis. The call is confirmed by the replay official in New York. So a 5-0 San Diego lead now. Colby not able to get out of the 6th inning. He goes 5 2/3. Leaves on the bad end of a 5-0 score. Andrew Faulkner will make his way in for his Major League debut, and we'll take a timeout. We're back to Petco right after this on Fox Sports Southwest. left-hander out of Aiken, South Carolina, is on to make his major league debut. Faulkner, just a 22-year-old, went to the University of South Carolina. Rangers drafted him in the 14th round of the 2011 draft. Faulkner on, and a starter throughout his minor league career until this year. And Rangers decided to try him out of the bullpen, and boy, he took to that like a duck to water. He has been very, very good as a reliever. Matter of fact, he was promoted to a Round Rock in the Pacific Coast League and held the Pacific Coast League hitters to an 080 average, 2 for 25. He has just been extremely tough on left-handers. He is dealing to the left-handed hitting Travis Jankowski here with 2 on and 2 out. And Bobby Wilson going to go out and remind Andrew Faulkner what the series of signs they're using. Faulkner this year split time between AAA Round Rock and AA Frisco. He was promoted to Round Rock on the 12th of August. 8 innings and 13 strikeouts in those 8. Beltre has the ball skitter off his glove, and everybody's going to be safe. Be an error on Adrian Beltre to keep this inning alive. That had a lot of side spin to it, but Adrian will tell you should make that play. Now the first Ranger miscue of the night. Bases are loaded with 2 outs. And Yangervis Solarte, the 9th San Diego hitter to come to bat in this inning, stepped to the plate. And Faulkner pours in strike 1. Solarte, of course, the switch hitter, turning around to bat from the right side against the left-hander Faulkner. Andrew to the plate. 0-2. Faulkner last year was tied for first in the Ranger minor league system with 12 wins. Also was second with an ERA of 2.73 and third in strikeouts, 133. Base hit to right field. 1 run is home, and the stop sign goes up at third for Tyson Ross. It is 6-0 in favor of the Padres. Solarte driving in his 53rd run of the year.
Not a particularly hard hit ball. Throws him a high fastball. Solarte makes a lot of contact. He very seldom strikes out. Well, he got the bat on it, just blooped it over second into right field. Got the job done, though.
Well, bases remain loaded. And here's the man that started this whole mess, Yonder Alonso, who began the inning by doubling to right center field. He gets spun around by that fastball inside, 1-0. Alonso tonight 2 for 3, single and a double. He has driven in a run. He has scored twice. Hitting now at .282. And Faulkner pumps in a strike. And you can see why Andrew Faulkner would be a little tough if you're a left-handed hitter. He has kind of a funky delivery and also drops down just a little bit. A little bit of a crossfire action if you're a left-handed hitter. 2 balls and a strike. Faulkner accumulating the numbers we talked about last year. He was 10-1 at Myrtle Beach, which is a high A league. Frisco, he was 2-4. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Shifted to the bullpen full time on July 10th this year. Last 18 appearances in the minor leagues, he had an .040 ERA. 2-2 pitch. Right back to him. Andrew runs halfway to first base and gives it up. Your Prince Fielder. 4 across in the 6th, however, for San Diego. On to the 7th we go, 6-0 Padres. Park. Started with Yonder Alonso in the 3rd inning. A base hit. That got the Padres on the board for the first time. And Kemp following that up. A line drive that got over Venable's head for the RBI double. For the 2 runs in the 3rd. And the Padres would put 4 more on the board in the 6th inning. Corey Spangenberg going the other way with the RBI double. Padres continuing to add on. Tyson Ross had a big RBI single in that 6th inning as well. He helped his own cause. Now back to the mound for the 7th, leading 6-0. And he will face Elvis Andrus to start things off, then Will Venable and Bobby Wilson. Elvis 1 out of 2. He began the Ranger 5th by singling. One ball and no strikes. Well, Elvis with a base hit, now at 261 with the average. Two balls, no strikes. Tyson Ross up to 94 pitches, now 95 on the way. Base hit. Elvis getting his 2nd knock of the night. He leads off the Rangers 7th with that solid single.
And 94 pitches and running the bases may have taken a little bit off his fastball. His fastball has gone from well into the 90s to around 90 right now. Elvis jumped on that fastball. 2 good at bats for Elvis. He hit a breaking ball into center field his last time up for a hard single, and now pulls a ground ball into left field. As we mentioned, he came in hitting 260, and he's 2 for 3 in this game. He continues swinging the bat.
Elvis with 2 of the 3 Ranger hits tonight. Here's Will Venable, who has walked and struck out. Padres with Venable at the plate, going to that overshift on the infield. Way around to the right side, the outfield shifted just the opposite. As Venable takes a knee-high strike. 1-1. Bud Norris, right-hander for the Padres, loosening in a hurry in that Padre bullpen. Out of play down the left side. The count moves to 1-2. Will Venable, 8 years in a Padre uniform. 252 career hit in San Diego. Now the Padres move down Herba Solarte, the third baseman, over on the first base side of second. Two balls and two strikes. Elvis Andrus at first, getting a modest lead. The Rangers trailing by 6. That pitch just a little bit low. 3-2. Time called. Will Venable not quite ready to settle in against Ross. Austin Hedges flashing the signs out. Wants that slider on 3-2. He got it to the back door, and Venable caught looking. One gone. Strikeout number 7 for Tyson Ross.
Well, Ross had 5 strikeouts through the first 9 hitters. He's only struck out a couple of batters since then. The Rangers haven't been able to string much together against him today. A lot like the last time he faced the Rangers in Texas. Pitched a very nice game that day. 6 2/3, 3 hits, no runs. A couple of walks and 6 strikeouts. Almost the same line as he's got right now.
Yeah, Bobby Wilson, first ball swinging, pops it up. Spangenberg, the second baseman, out. 2 gone. Well, the pitcher spot due up now, and Jeff Bannister has gone to the bullpen. He's gone to the bullpen. He's going to go to the bullpen shortly. He's gone to the bench, and Mitch Moreland is going to come off as a pinch hitter. Folks, the last post-game concert of the season takes place on Sunday, September the 20th. Buckner International presents Christian music sensation David Crowder. That follows the Mariners and Rangers game that day. Head on out to TexasRangers.com/concerts for game tickets and information on how you can see the David Crowder show from the field. Now, Mitch Moreland stepping in as the pinch hitter. Mitch, a 287 average, as he looks at a breaking ball for strike 1.
It's been a very good pinch hitter. He's 5 for 7 as a pinch hitter.
18 home runs, tops on the ball club. Broken bat looper on the infield. Coming on is the shortstop, Jericho, to make the catch. And that'll do it. The Rangers get a hit, but Strander runner will take the stretch here at Petco Park. 6-0 Padres. 2 more games here in San Diego tomorrow night and Wednesday night, then an off day on Thursday. On up the coast to take on the Angels on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday afternoon. And then Labor Day, move up to Seattle, take on the Mariners Labor Day afternoon. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday afternoon. Then back home to take on Oakland starting the 11th of September. Sam Freeman has come out of the Ranger bullpen to take over here in the bottom of the 7th inning. There is Sam. His 47th appearance of the year. Freeman, who at one point was terribly overworked, but the bullpen has received some fortifications. And Sam now back under manageable appearances. Last time we saw Freeman was back on the 26th, so 5 days ago for the Ranger left-hander. He will face the heart of the Padre order: Matt Kemp, Justin Upton, and Jed Jerko here in the 7th inning. Padres 6 runs on 8 hits tonight. Rangers have been shut out on 3 hits by Tyson Ross. Freeman pours in strike 1. Kemp has had an RBI double, also walked and fly to right field. 1 for 2, and he has scored a run along with driving in his 81st run of the year. To right field, Chu going back, still going back at the warning track, makes the catch. Nice play by Chu going back to his left. He had a long way to go.
Yeah, we were talking about him the other day, Buzz. His overall all-around game is better now. Not just his offense, but he's playing better defense right now. Looks like he's getting a better jump, taking a better route, a little more aggressive, a lot more confident. He's playing all around much better baseball since the All-Star break.
You know, Tom, you mentioned that the other day, more aggressive, more confident in base running and everything else. That lends itself to getting better jumps on the ball, too, doesn't it?
I think so.
More assertive.
You're not waiting to see where the ball is. You're confident. You're trusting your instincts, I guess. Yeah, I just think everything about him's better right now. He's always been a very good guy on the team, good guy to talk to, but never shies away from the media.
Right.
So it's never been a problem, anything like that. But he just is feeling a lot better all the way around right now.
Justin Upton with that foul ball evens the count now at a ball and a strike. Upton 0 for 3 tonight. A couple of fly balls to right. Last one in the 6th inning. He drove Shin-Soo Choo back to the wall out there. Sam Freeman back to the plate. Another fly ball to right field. Long run for Choo. Still going. He can't get it. It's a fair ball. And it goes off the side wall. Upton into second with a double. Well, Choo was kind of shaded over to right center a little bit.
Yeah, he was. And there's one he didn't get to. But everything we said was in play right there. He got a good jump. He goes after it aggressively. He sees it. He knows right where he is. He dives. He just can't get it. He did everything right. Went after it confidently and aggressively. Just had too far to go and couldn't get there.
Also took a pretty good sized divot out there in right field. Well, Upton's first hit has him at second base with 1 out. Here's Jed Jerko. A swinging strike 1. Jerko 0 for 2, but he does have a sacrifice fly to his credit. Now 39 RBI for the Padres shortstop. Good fastball from Sam Freeman. 0-2. Sam, one of those guys when he's throwing like he is right now tonight, he has that nice, easy, pretty high octane gas coming up there. That motion kind of lulls hitters to sleep, I would think. The ball jumps on you pretty good. Freeman, the 27-year-old out of Carrollton. Went to Hebron High School. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Upton walking off to his lead out there at second base. Base hit to center field. Upton will be stopped at third. Delino dropped the ball for a second, but Upton had already put the brakes on. No runners at the corners with one out. Corey Spangenberg coming up.
Durko swinging the bat well. He's had 3 fly balls to the outfield, a sacrifice fly. It's a pretty good pitch right there and lined it into center field. His average is down in the low 200s for the most part this year, but he's been hot recently. Last month he's been swinging the bat.
Well, the Padres now double figures in hits. They have 10 of them. They lead 6-0. Runners at first and third with just one out here in the 7th. Corey Spangenberg has a couple of hits to his credit this evening, a single and a double. He has driven in a run and scored a run. And Sam Freeman pours in strike one. Ranger infield, a double play depth up the middle. Freeman going to second. That's all they're going to get. Chopper out in front of home plate, and Sam got the force at second. Oh, 2 gone. Now our AT&T Uverse rewind. How about Spangenberg in the 4th inning? Rougned Odor taking a base hit away from his counterpart. Great play by Rougned. Almost the prone position, able to throw Spangenberg out at first. Well, there are 2 outs now. Runners remain at first and third. Austin Hedges, the catcher, comes in. Hedges intentionally walked his last time up. 0 for 2 other than that. 1 ball, no strikes. Hedges, the rookie catcher, handling Tyson Ross tonight. He has caught more than anybody else as far as the starters are concerned for San Diego. And you have to say that he's been pretty effective at it. At least the 2 games that we've seen him handle Ross against the Rangers. 1 ball and 1 strike as Freeman sets. Gloved by Sam.
That's fielding in position.
That will do it. Well, the Padres get a couple of hits but do not score. They strand both runners. We'll move on to the 8th inning at Petco Park. Padres leading 6-0. Eighth inning. Tyson Ross's night is finished. He goes 7 shutout innings, and he gives way to Bud Norris. Norris appearing in his 10th ball game for the Padres, 1-0. A 6.75 ERA, the league getting 3.18 against the right-hander. Tyson Ross, 7 shutout innings, just 3 hits allowed tonight. And Clint Barmas comes in to take over at shortstop. So with the double switch, Barmas will hit 8th, the pitcher spot. And Norris will hit in the number 6 spot. Norris stepping in, facing the top of the Ranger order. The liner to Shields. Takes high for ball 1. The liner tonight 0 for 3. A couple of groundouts and a strikeout. Norris to the plate. Hard hit on one hop to Barnes. One gone. Now we'll take a look now at our. No, we won't either. I'll take it back. We will do that a little bit later. Let me give you the tonight's fan photo. T-Mobile will have that in just a couple minutes. A 1 out. Shin-Soo Choo, who is 0 for 3, steps in. Choo is struck out, flied out, and grounded to second base. First pitch from Norris. It's tight for ball 1. Now we'll take a look at our selection for the strongest fan photo tonight. T-Mobile makes all this possible, and we selected a shot from Greg. Greg, thank you very much. Ranger fan, obviously checking out the Ranger ball game. If you wanted to send your photos in, just use hashtag Southwest Data Strong Fan. Your photo might be selected to be aired in one of our upcoming broadcasts. That's all brought to you by T-Mobile.
And testing out the new guy. Barmas comes in, plays shortstop. First 2 balls hit right to him.
The ball will find you, right?
Yeah, and he's found first base with his throw in time, too.
No, base is empty for Prince Fielder. Fielder 1 for 2 tonight. He was hit by a pitch last time up. Grounded to short. First time up, he doubled. Norris finds the outer part of the plate with that backdoor slider. Prince now a 317 average as he faces Norris. Right-hander to the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tyson Ross tonight. 7 shutout innings, just 3 hits, 2 walks, and 7 strikeouts. Second outstanding effort that he has had against the Rangers this year.
It really was. They were kind of carbon copies of each other. He started out with pretty much dominating stuff and finished up that way. The Rangers just could not put anything together against him in both starts. Total of about 13, 14 innings.
Yep. 1-2 to Prince. Bud Norris, a long look in. Now he's ready to work. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Prince waiting patiently. Norris with a 2-2. Up the middle, right behind the bag at second. Solarte, the off-balance throw, it's dug out by Alonso.
They are picking it tonight, boy. I got to give them credit. What a play.
Solarte playing in the second base spot, right in the middle of that defense, and what a play he made going behind the bag at second.
I want to see how he got the ball from his glove to his hand.
3 up, 3 down, a little juggling act. After 7.5, 6-0 San Diego.
much with a 6-0 deficit on the board, but many of them have already told me they will accompany us up the coast to Anaheim, California after this 3-game series. Of course, first things first, there are 2 more in this one, including tomorrow night's game. Shin-Soo Choo just doing a great job so far during this 6-game hitting streak against Justin Upton and the rest of the San Diego Padres. AT&T Ubers reminds us, got another late night start tomorrow. 8:30 for Rangers Live. The game gets going around 9 o'clock Texas time, and we'll be here with you for that one, guys. Let's get it back up to you.
All right, John, thank you. Well, Anthony Bass has come on to work here in the 8th inning, and first ball swinging. That is Clint Barbas, his first at bat of the night, and he lined sharply to Shin-Soo Choo. So Bass, appearing in his 30th ball game for the Rangers, kind of a jack of all trades for the Rangers, mostly a long man, a 4.53 ERA, the league hitting just 272 against him in those lengthy appearances. Last time we saw Anthony on the 26th against Toronto, he worked 3 scoreless innings against the Blue Jays. Travis Jankowski takes the first pitch high for ball 1. Jankowski 1 for 3. Singled and scored back in the 3rd inning. Also grounded out and reached on an error. Anthony Bass, at one time a San Diego Padre. Hard hit, a fair ball by the dive of Chris Fielder into that right field corner. And Jankowski is turning on the Jets. He is around second, motoring into third. He is in there standing with a 3-bagger.
He could definitely
move a little bit.
He can definitely run. He cut the bases just like the Lino does. Got to third base in a hurry. His job of hitting, too. He hit that up and in fastball with pretty good velocity, with authority, past first base into the corner. You could see going around first, he was going to make it to third with his speed. Watch how he cuts the bases, especially right here. Never broke stride.
Oh, 11 hits now for the San Diego Padres, 2 of them by that man, Travis Jankowski. He is at third with 1 out. Yeah, never Solarte, the schedule hitter, but Brett Wallace has come off the bench. And Wallace takes strike 1. Brett Wallace in 41 games this year, a .333 average with the Padres. Hitting with the Ranger infield pulled all the way in. Little looping drive that's going to settle in for a base hit down the left field line. Jankowski scores. Wallace to second. He is in with a slide. The ball gets away from Odor, but not far enough for Wallace to try to advance. Wallace with the pinch hit, RBI double. It's a 7-0 San Diego lead.
A hard hit triple and a little bloop double. That one got in on Wallace. He was able to fight it off for a double. One of those nights. The way the Padre fielders are picking the balls off the ground is just unbelievable today. They've made about 5 nice scoops. It's just one of those games where Rangers can't get anything going offensively, and the Padres are swinging the bats. They're having a great game.
Yonder Alonso takes low for ball 1. I think I'd have to have somebody go over and check their gloves, though. There's got to be something either magnetic or something that attracts leather that makes it stick in there.
Yeah, the play that I guess who was made that play?
Solarte,
I guess. Yeah. That ball looked like it bounced out of his glove right into his throwing hand. He bounces it out in front of Alonso, and he makes a beautiful play over there. Scoops it out of the dirt. Second time he's done that. Alonso saved an error with Elvis at first base earlier in the game. They're making some nice defense. Still, I think the catch of the day has to be Austin Hedges, the catcher, on that ball he picked out of the dirt.
Slow tapper down to Prince. He will underhand to Bass covering. That is out number 2 with Wallace moving on over to third. 2 away, and Matt Kemp coming up. Quick reminder that you can keep up with the pennant races in true HD quality on MLB.TV Premium. Watch every out-of-market game live on more than 400 supported devices. Real-time highlights, live look-ins, pitch tracking widget, and a whole lot more. Just visit MLB.tv today. So 2 away, here's Matt Kemp, who is 1 for 3. He's had an RBI double. He's also walked and scored a run tonight. And Anthony Bass painting the outside corner with strike 1. Kemp with a base hit now at 265 for the year. RBI total up to 81. 16 home runs. He's got Brett Wallace down at third and 2 outs. A ball and a strike. Anthony Bass, the Detroit native, Wayne State University. Two balls and a strike. Be interesting to see after this year. The Padres took on a lot of salary when they brought Kemp in, and also Justin Upton. Fair ball, Beltre across the diamond, and that'll do it. We'll finish that thought at some future date. So Kemp retired. The Padres get a run on 2 hits and lead 1. We're going to the 9th inning. It's San Diego 7 and your Rangers nothing. And only 3 outs to do it with. And we head to the top of the 9th inning. Brett Wallace, who pinch hit for Yanir Solarte, had the RBI double, stays in the ball game, plays third base now. Adrian Beltre starting things off against Bud Norris. Norris had a 1-2-3 top of the 8th inning. He gets a swinging strike from Adrian to start off the top of the 9th inning. Beltre 0 for 2 officially tonight. He has flied out, reached on an error, and walked. One ball and 1 strike. Rangers just 3 hits tonight against a combination of Tyson Ross and Bud Norris. Bud Norris had 3 groundouts in the 8th and a very quick 1-2-3 inning. Just misses down and away. It's 2 balls and a strike to Adrian. Norris sets, working from the stretch full time. Chopper foul outside third. That evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, Adrian back in facing Norris, but of course, former Astro, former Baltimore Oriole. Picked up by the Padres. He's done pretty good work coming out of the bullpen. Pop foul. That is going to be back and out of play over the Padre dugout. Padres signed Norris back on August the 11th after Baltimore had released him. Beltre pops this one up to shallow right. Kemp ambling in. Plenty of time to get there. One gone. Next will be Rougned Odor.
Norris, as a reliever, can air it out. Almost every fastball he's thrown has been 95 miles an hour. Always has had a good arm.
San Diego mascot, the Friar. Trying to tell him, don't ring that bell until the game's over. Jinx him. Rougned 0 for 3 in his return to the lineup. Takes outside for ball 1. Odor has grounded out, flied out, and struck out tonight. Ranger hits pretty well spread out. One in the first, one in the 5th, one in the 7th. Rangers never have been able to get anybody by past second base. Only had 2 runners to second base. That's out of play. 1-1 to Odor. But tomorrow night, Yovani Gallardo, Andrew Kashner, the principals. 9 o'clock start. Gallardo brings that 11-9 mark in. He has been on a roll. 3 consecutive winning decisions. Andrew Kashner, just a 5-13 mark, but another one of those Padre right-handers that can really fill the strike zone up. One and 2. Norris back to the plate. Hit deep down the left side, but that's going to slice back into the seats. Rougned trying to hit one off the Western Metal Supply Company building down there. Kind of a neat feature of Petco Park. Incorporated that old warehouse that really dates back to the early 1900s into the building. Triple decked. Chopper to third, Wallace. Low throw and got it.
If it bounces, they're catching it.
Yeah,
doesn't matter where it bounces.
Odor is staying at first and see if the Rangers. No, we're not going to ask the umpires to check a look. Well, that is the second out. And now Elvis will come up.
That's at least the third ball that Alonso has picked over there at first base.
And it said Mike Napoli will get an at-bat here for Elvis. Knapp coming off the bench. Rangers haven't faced many left-handers lately, so Knapp is kind of relegated to the bench.
Like a 214 with 15 home runs and 43 driven in.
The Padres haven't had a left-handed starter start a game all year, so it's pretty tough to see one here.
They only have one left-hander in the bullpen. Two-hopper down to Wallace across the diamond, and that will do it. And Norris works a perfect 6 up, 6 down in the 8th and 9th, and the Padres shut out the Rangers here tonight. The Rangers 4-game winning streak comes to a thud of an end. They got shut out on just 3 hits this evening here in San Diego.